What's up, everybody? I'm Sly The Movie Guy. Here's my movie review of Ralph Breaks the Internet, a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, and this is directed by Rich Moore, Phil Johnston, and starred John C. Reilly, Sarah Silverman, and the rest of the other cast and crew. And in this film, 6 years after the events of Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph and Vanellope, now friends, discover a Wi-Fi router in their arcade, leading them into a new adventure. I love the first Wreck-It Ralph film that came out in 2012. That was one of the surprising Disney movies because when I saw the trailers of that, it didn't really grab me hold. I didn't know what to expect from it. But when I went to see it on Thanksgiving that year, it really surprised me. So I wanted to see, can this film surprise me? And I'd say I enjoyed it. Not as quite as the first movie, which I will explain in my review, but I still enjoyed what this movie gave me. What I like about what this movie did as a storyline, basically when Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope stuff happens in the beginning of the movie, there's one of the arcade games are about to go out of order and stuff. One of the games are like kind of broken. They have to go, they do different things, and then they finally go through this internet. And what I like about this adventure of this internet is they show so much things in our world today, like the Google and all this stuff, the IMDb's and everything, and it really is good. I really appreciate that the film can actually put us in what our world is today, and they really do it well by showing like people like playing all the games, like the app games and stuff, or the games that we see now, and we get to see a little bit of all the stuff that we see in our world, and that's really makes me happy. One of the things I think this film did very well is that adults can relate to this. Adults can really look at this film without it being so much partnered to kids, but it's really for for kids. This is a kids movie, but it has a lot of things where adults can like just be involved with the movie, and I think that really is good because I'm an adult, so I'm looking at this like, oh, I like this. This is really nice. And we get to see Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope go on this little adventure and stuff. They meet some characters, and as they playing one of the things on the internet, we get to see the human world playing this stuff and playing the games or like emails and stuff, or like them things like the things like social media and stuff. It really was like a fun joy, and it really one of the things is really funny about this movie. There's some humor that's used in there and part of that, and I thought some of it was funny. Some of the humor didn't land for me, but that's fine. I laughed at some of the stuff that was in this movie with Vanellope's character, Wreck-It Ralph, so that was really good. There's other characters that was from the first movie that we see glimpse of. They didn't show much of them, so that was one of the little downers for me in the movie. I wanted to see the characters that we seen for the first movie, but pretty much Vanellope and Ralph were very entertaining characters, voiced by John C. Reilly that did Wreck-It Ralph, did a phenomenal job, and Sarah Silverman, I almost forgot the name, she does great as Vanellope. Both of them do a phenomenal job once again, these characters, and it's coincidence because the character Wreck-It Ralph actually looks like John C. Reilly looks like Wreck-It Ralph, and Sarah Silverman looks like the character, so they kind of made the cartoon characters look like the actors, or the actors look like the cartoon characters, go both ways. So they do a really phenomenal job. Taraji Henson played this one character. Thought she does fine in the film. She's not like one of the main characters. She kind of tells Wreck-It Ralph stuff what Wreck-It Ralph is doing during the internet, during stuff that's a little bit very entertaining scenes I really liked in this film. With Wreck-It Ralph doing stuff, he's on kind of like on everybody's like computer and stuff, and the regular humans in the world is kind of looking at it. That's really kind of funny. It was really about entertaining parts in that film. And one of the things I think the movie does well is what Disney movies always do is the emotions. When we see our characters like talk to each other or like give like hugs and stuff, this movie really does that. And I really like felt like tearing up a little bit. So this movie does that well, like all Disney movies. When a movie do that, that's showing something that's a good movie. So I say those are the parts I say in the movie that's really good. One of the things I will talk about is the princess scene. The princess scene is entertaining. You get to see Vanellope with these Disney princesses in the room. We get to see that, which is about entertaining. If you like have your favorite Disney princess, you'll love this part. Pretty much some of the kids in the movie theater I was in really enjoyed that part, the Disney princess. So they really had a kick out of it. I'm pretty sure your little ones are going to really enjoy that part in the film. And one of the other parts I will say is the pop culture references in this film. They really do use that here in this film. And one of them I really kind of caught that, if y'all know, is one of the painters that passed away. You pretty much, I'm not going to spoil it, but one of them is like one of the characters mimics that character. It's really funny. I'm like, oh, I got that. So there's some pop culture references I did get in this movie. Some of it is like a nostalgia if you heard from the other Disney stuff, and they dwell that well in this film. So I say that part was like 2 thumbs up. One of the things I had an issue with is probably it's in this film that I don't think is better than the first film. One of the issues is the storyline of this movie. Basically, it's kind of simple here and there. That Ralph and them goes in this internet and they trying to fix the other arcade game on their other end, but basically, it kind of like it's like one of the main antagonists is kind of like this virus, like the internet virus thing. It was kind of like a one-note villain. It's kind of like he just there just to give something to the story, and that was one of my main issues. It was just kind of there just to like, wow, he's the big villain. He's there. It was just like, okay. It's not like the first one. The first one I didn't really care for much, like with the villain. I kind of knew who the villain was in the movie as it was going on in the first movie, but the first movie villain was kind of like he was doing stuff, and I kind of felt that presence there. This one is just kind of like, oh, just a one-note villain. And that's one of the things. One of it is I felt like the story in the first one was more like investing. This one was still fun story here. I just never like grabbed hold as like, wow, like a magic masterpiece like I've seen in other Disney films in the past that were like great. This one is a fine, good Disney film. I just don't find it better than the first one, and that's one of my negatives. Overall, I still enjoy this movie. I think it's a fun movie. A lot of kids will enjoy it. I think parents and family, friends will enjoy this movie, and I'm going to give this film a solid B. Let me know in the comment section if you've seen this film. Let me know what you thought about this movie. Do you like it better than the first one, or you like the first one better than the second one? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about it? Tell me, where's your favorite recent Disney film that you've seen in recent years? Let me know about that. If it's me personally, I'll say like Zootopia or Tangled or one of them. There's so many to choose from that came out in recent years, but Zootopia is one of my favorites. So, anyways, guys, if you like this video, click thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the bell button. That's like see you next time on Sly the Movie Guy. Peace.